Good morning students, my name is Suhas Vora, Assistant Professor of Electrical Department at Sri Swaminarayan Institute of Technology. Now, हम देखेंगे कि लास्ट लेक्चर्स में हमने क्या देखा था. So in the last lectures हमने देखा था कि controllers using the op-amp and PI controllers. So basically controllers क्या होता है कि they are used in nowadays के सभी जगह पे controllers की requirement रहती है. और so it is required to use the various controller for successful operations of the success. So these are the अब controller किस तरह से वर्क करता है कि they have detect error, वो detect error करेगा, उसके बाद प्रोसेसिंग करेगा कि भाई किस टाइप की एरर है उसको रिमूव करेगा एंड देन आफ्टर गो टू दी प्लांट्स. अगर एरर अभी भी है प्लांट्स ऑपरेट होने में अभी भी एरर आ रही है देन आफ्टर द फीडबैक पाथ. सो मैंने एग्जांपल दिया था कि वन फ्लोटिंग एग्जांपल्स है फ्लोटिंग मोड्स कि जब टैंक में पानी भर जाता है तो ओवरफ्लो ना हो जाए इसके लिए यहाँ पे फ्लोटिंग पॉइंट होता है. सो ऑटोमेटिकली वो एरर डिटेक्ट करेगा, जो सेट वैल्यूज है उसको ज़्यादा हो जाएगा तो तब एरर डिटेक्ट होगी और तुरंत ही जो कंट्रोल एलिमेंट यानी कि जो यहाँ पे टैप है वाल ओपन कर देगा जैसे पानी बाहर आ जाएगा एंड दी रिमूव द एरर्स. सो दिस आर दी बेसिक एग्जांपल ऑफ द कंट्रोलर्स. सो बेसिकली देर आर द टू टाइप्स ऑफ कंट्रोलर सिस्टम कंट्रोल सिस्टम्स, डिसकंटिन्यूस एंड कंटिन्यूस. डिसकंटिन्यूस यानी कि कंटिन्यूस नहीं रहता है, हमको ऑन ऑफ करना है या टो पोजीशंस कंट्रोल करना है, मल्टी पोजीशंस कंट्रोल करना है या फ्लोटिंग मोड जैसे मैंने बताया कि पानी में जो फ्लोटिंग हमने आगे एग्जांपल देखा वो. देन आफ्टर कंटिन्यूस जो है कंटिन्यूस यानी कि जो वैल्यूज़ जैसे कि फ्रीक्वेंसी है, करंट है, वोल्टेज है, उसमें कंटिन्यूसली टाइम के साथ चेंज होता है वैल्यूज़, उस टाइप को बोलते हैं कंटिन्यूस टाइप. सो उसको कंट्रोल करने के लिए है जनरली PID यानी कि प्रोपोर्शनल, इंटीग्रल एंड डेरिवेटिव कंट्रोलर यूज़ होते हैं और कहीं जगह पे कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ दिस कंट्रोलर्स. तो यहाँ पे है PI कंट्रोलर, PD कंट्रोलर एंड PID कंट्रोलर. सो नाउ व्हाट इज द proportional controllers? So proportional controller means it is the simply proportional to the error and the constant of the proportionality. जहाँ पे जो आउटपुट आ रहा है जो एरर है ठीक है वो उसके सिंपली प्रोपोर्शनल हो और कांस्टेंट हो. तो दिस आर टाइप इज कॉल्ड द कांस्टेंट एंड रिप्रेजेंट द KP. देन आफ्टर द सिमिलर वे द इंटीग्रल कंट्रोलर्स रिप्रेजेंट द KI, देन डेरिवेटिव कंट्रोलर्स रिप्रेजेंट D and the constant is denoted is the KD. Then after हमने देखा था कि proportional controller systems. So these are the equations of the proportional where the PT is the controller output. Yes, the varies from the 0 to 100. Then KP is the proportional constant or gain. Then ET is the error percentage of the variable range. And P0 controller output with the zero error. So the equations can be represented in terms of the voltage variables is V out equal to, अब वेरिएबल में की बात करते हैं, अगर जो वोल्टेज वेरिएबल्स हो तो Gp VE plus V0. So V out means the output voltage of the controllers, then Gp is the gain of the proportional, then VE is the error voltage and V out means the output voltage with the zero error. So you can see the figures of the proportional circuits only use the resistors. Now integral की बात करते हैं तो you can see the figures. इंटीग्रल में हम R और C यानी कि रजिस्टर और कैपेसिटर यूज करते हैं टू कंट्रोल द फ्रीक्वेंसी. सो द इक्वेशंस इज चेंज. सो PD इक्वल टू KI 0 to 2 इंटीग्रेशंस करते हैं हम. Then ET dt plus P0. So where the PD is the controller output, KI is the integral constant, ET is the error and P0 means the output controller. Here is represented T equal to 0 means without error यानी कि zero error. Now हमने अगर यहाँ पे हम वर्चुअल ग्राउंड, जैसे फर्स्ट चैप्टर में हमने देखा था, अगर यहाँ पे हम वर्चुअल ग्राउंड कंसीडर करते हैं, सो द प्रॉपर्टी इज ऑल्सो रिप्रेजेंट अनदर इक्वेशन इज I equal to V in minus V0 VA, here the VA, so VA equal to 0, so V in upon R1. In similar way, from the VA to V out, so capacitor is include the feedback capacitors, then dV0 by dVA upon dt, VA is 0, then again equations, and the final equations compare these two equations of the current. So finally we get the integrations of the equations V0 equal to minus 1 upon R1 CF integrations of V in dt in K. K is the constant. So this one is the representations of the integral circuits. So this circuit is called the integer circuits, and the equations is V out equal to GI 0 to T VE dt plus V out. Then after we can see the derivative circuits, we can change the positions of the capacitor and resistors in these controllers, and this also is represent the derivative integral circuits. So the first equations is derivative control is P equal to K d by dt, where the PD is controller, K is the derivative time constants, then it is the error. Now again in the previous topic we can see that if A is the virtual ground and the B is the ground, so the equations is like this. Yes, these are the, here the input to here is called the derivative controls, and then after the integral controls. So this circuit is called the derivative integral circuits. Then after we can see the PI controllers, proportional integral circuits. Here this part is called the PI controllers, and these are the integral controls. These are the equations for the PI controllers. Then after we can see the last one is the advantages and disadvantages of the controllers. Now the today's topic is the PD and PID controllers. It means the proportional and derivative and proportional integral derivative controllers and the Wien bridge oscillators. So start with the PD controllers. So proportional and derivative controllers circuit can be obtained. You can see the figures. And after, the PD controller consists of the combination of the proportional actions and the differential actions. So the differential actions described, हमने आगे देखा कि differential actions क्या describe करता है, the rate of change of the system derivations. So the greater this rate of change, that is the size of the system derivations over the certain period, and the greater the differential components. In addition to the control response of the pure P controller, the large system derivations met with the very short but the large response. So these are the why we use this controller, the P and D, the advantages of the P and the similar way the advantages of the D. So combine of these controllers. So these expressions can be derivative actions time, which one is called the rate time. So these are the circuits of the PD controllers, and the PD controller equations is V out equal to R2 upon R1 plus R3 into VE plus R2 upon R1 R3 into R3 into RC into DE by DT प्लस V0. अब यहाँ से लेके VE से लेके यहाँ तक सर्किट को proportional derivative controls बोलते हैं, and the other circuits is called the integral circuits. So what is the advantages of the PD controller? So it allows the rise of the narrow proportional band with its lesser offset. So it increases the controller gain during the error change. It can compensate the rapidly changing of error. अगर तुरंत error change हो जाती है तो they have react rapidly. It can handle the fast process load change and it can compensate some of the lag in the process. What is the disadvantages? So it cannot eliminate the offset of the proportional controller. अगर बाहर का कोई प्रॉब्लम्स है तो they have the very difficult to control them. Now the PID proportional integral derivative controllers. So in addition to the proper of the PI controllers and the PID controllers is complementary by the D component. अभी PI कंट्रोलर्स में सिर्फ हम क्या कर रहे हैं, ऐड कर रहे हैं D components. So this take the rate of change of the system deviations into the account. So if the system deviation is large, the D component ensure the momentary extremely high change in the manipulate the variables, so that while the influence of the D component falls off the immediately, the influence of the I components increase slowly. So if the change in the system deviation is slight, the behavior of the D component is negligible. अगर जो भी चेंज है वो नॉर्मल है तो D component is very negligible. So this is one of the most powerful but the complex control mode operations, the combination of the PID controller modes. So the output from this mode can be expressed is P equal to KPEP. KPEP means the proportional constants. So you can see the complication of the PID controllers and the equations V out equal to R2 upon R1 VE plus R2 upon R1 into 1 upon R1 C1. Here the first one is R2 by R1, then after the R2 by R1 into C1, then R2 by R1 into RD CD DE by DT plus out. So these circuits is called the PID controller and this one is the integral circuits. So these are the PID controllers. Now how the graph represents? So you can see that the graph of the positive deviations control variables, positive then negative then control variables, यहाँ पे पूरा controls होता है and the set point. अगर हम एक हमने set point किया हुआ है तो what is the first graph is represent the output without control. अगर हम कोई भी control यूज़ नहीं करते हैं तो इस तरह का ग्राफ हमको हमारी सर्किट में दिखने को मिलेगा. देन आफ्टर द प्रोपोर्शनल एक्शंस, अगर हम ओनली P कंट्रोलर यूज़ करते हैं तो यू कैन सी हियर के सम हाउ द वेरिएबल्स एंड द एरर विल बी seen in the graph. Then after the integral actions, अगर हम integral actions करते हैं तो they have the approximately nearest to the, not approximately nearest to the our signals, not in the proper. Then after the PI actions, यानी कि PI controller यूज करते हैं तो approximately same as the original. And if I use the PD controller or the PID controller, we definitely get the pure frequencies. So these are the difference of the graph when apply the without control to P controller, D controller, I controller, a PI controller, and then PD controller and PID controllers. So these are the basic controllers of the PID and PID controller. Now the last topic of the chapters is the Wien bridge oscillator. So first question is, what is the oscillators? Oscillators क्या है? सो ऑसिलेटिंग मीन्स जो भी वैल्यू कंटिन्यूसली चेंज होती है, ऑसिलेट होती है, जो हमारी जो जीरो लाइन्स है उससे मैक्सिमम और माइनस में मैक्सिमम होती है, उसको हम जनरली ऑसिलेशंस हम कहते हैं. सो basically definitions of the oscillators is a circuit which produce the continuous repeated alternating waveform without any inputs, and the oscillator basically convert the unidirectional current flow from the DC source into the alternating waveform, which of the describe the frequency as decided by the its circuit components. So these are the basic introductions of the oscillator. Generally the वेन ब्रिज. सो व्हाट इज द वेन ब्रिज? अवर मेन टॉपिक इज द वेन ब्रिज. मैंने सिर्फ आपको इंट्रोडक्शन दिया कि ऑसिलेटर्स की व्हाट इज द डेफिनेशन. सो द वेन ब्रिज ऑसिलेटर इज ऑल्सो एंड द आरसी ऑसिलेटर. अब नाउ देर आर बेसिकली टू टाइप्स ऑफ ऑसिलेटर्स, फेज शिफ्टिंग एंड आरसी ऑसिलेटर्स. So which use the Wien bridge circuit as the feedback networks. You can see is the figures of the Wien bridge circuits. So the amplitude used in this oscillator is the non-inverting amplifier, which does not introduce any phase shifting. So the feedback network, which is an the bridge circuit, also does not introduce any the phase shift. तो यहाँ पे हमने फेज शिफ्टिंग नहीं किया है. थर्स द फेज शिफ्टिंग अराउंड द लूप इन द वेन ब्रिज ऑसिलेटर इज जीरो. यहाँ पे फेज शिफ्टिंग यूज करते जीरो होगा. सो द आउटपुट ऑफ द एम्पलीफायर इज अप्लाइड बिटवीन द टर्मिनल. यू कैन सी द टर्मिनल ऑफ 1 and 3. इट मीन्स द अपर पॉइंट्स एंड लोअर पॉइंट्स. while the amplifier is supplied of the terminal is 2 to 4, this one, these 2 point, which one of the output feedback network. Now derivations of the frequencies. So you can see the figures of the derivations. The RC is connected in series and the RC in connected in parallel. You can see the figures, series and parallel. So the network is also called the lead lag networks. Here the two arms, which are R1 and C1 in series and R2 and C2 is parallel, are called the frequency sensing arms, and hence only those arms are considered. So the input feedback network is V in applied between the 1 and 3, which is applied of the output. So what is the equations is for the first one Z1, so R1 plus 1 upon j omega C1. So the equations is represent the 1 plus j omega R1 C1 upon j omega C1. In similar way Z2, the R2 parallel to the 1 upon j omega C2. So the equations is R2 upon 1 plus j omega R2 C2. Now the variable voltage is applied voltage across the Z2. अगर हम यहाँ पे VF मेजर करते हैं, so due to the current given by the I equal to V in Z1 plus Z2, यहाँ पे मुझे क्या दोनों का एडिशंस मिलेगा. So that the VF equal to I into Z2. So I, what is the I? The V in upon Z1 plus Z2. Put in the equations. So the beta is the variable frequency Vf upon Vn. Vf is the output upon Vn equal to Z2 upon Z1 plus Z2. So simplify these equations, we get this type of equations. Now if the zero phase shifting है, so that we can say that the omega minus omega square R1 R2 C1 C2 equal to 0. So the omega square equal to 1 upon R1 R2 C1 and C2. Remove the squares, so the 1 upon under root of R1 R2 C1 C2, and these are the simplified. Omega is the frequency, so the 2 pi f. So 2.5 is go to the other side. So the frequency equations f equal to 1 upon 2 pi under root of r1 r2 c1 and c2 into ve in hertz. Sorry. So the in practice जनरली हम क्या करते हैं, इन प्रैक्टिस जो विस्टन ब्रिज है उसमें क्या होता है कि हम दोनों आर्म्स है यानी कि जो रेजिस्टेंस है उसको इक्वल काउंट कर रहे हैं. सो द R1 R2 इज R1 इज इक्वल टू R2 इक्वल टू R कंसिडर करता हूँ एंड C1 इज इक्वल टू C2 इज इक्वल टू C कंसिडर करता हूँ. सो द माई फाइनल इक्वेशन फ्रीक्वेंसी इज 1 upon 2 pi RC. So these are the, we know that the basic equations of the frequencies. Now Wien bridge oscillator using the op-amp. So these are the op-amp circuits. These are the op-amp circuits. So A, B, C, D, you can see here the 4 legs. So the resistance R and the capacitor C are the component of the frequency sensing arm of the bridge, and the resistance RF and R1 from the part of the feedback path. So the gain of the non-inverting op-amp can be adjusted using the resistance RF and R1. So the gain of the op-amp is A equal to 1 plus RF by R1. So to satisfy the Barkhausen criterion, that is A यानी कि gain into beta greater than or equal to 1, it is necessary that the gain of the non-inverting op-amp amplifier must be minimum by 3. So the mode of the A is greater than or equal to 3, that is the 1 plus RF by R1 greater or equal to 3. So the RF by R1 is greater than or equal to 2. So the ratio of the RF and R1 must be greater than or equal to 2. So the frequency of the oscillator, जैसे ही हमने आगे देखा था कि f equal to 1 upon 2 pi RC. So you can simplify the circuit diagram when the Wien bridge oscillators is, you can see these figures, these are the RG, then feedback resistance R1 and R1 C1's one leg. So these are the 2 other legs, these are the feedback networks, and these are the others arms. So these are the basic Wien bridge oscillators. So if any questions regarding this topic, you can call me. If any query regarding this topic, you can mail me. My mail ID and the contact number is seen on your screen. Thank you.